Okay, yesterday we already finished trigonometry exercise 10.1. So today we will be going on with exercise 10.2. And then after we finish exercise 10.2, we will be moving on with our chapter, that is exercise 10.4. And after we finish exercise 10.4, then we will be going to go to another chapter, which is chapter number 12. We will be leaving chapter number 11. That is, chapter number 11 is coordinate geometry. In coordinate geometry, very less questions are important, so we will be solving some important question later on. But for now, we will be solving only chapter 12. We will be going to chapter 12, and after we finish chapter 12, then we will be coming back to chapter number 7, and from chapter number 7, we will be going on till the end of the chapter. So now let's go on and let's take class, which is exercise 10.2. Before that, I want each and every one of you to remember your homework and try to submit your homework regularly, because this is going to help you. It is your practice, and you copy down your homework one time, try to practice it second, so at least try to practice 3 times in a day. So for that, so Sunday and Saturday is going to be really important for you. This is a weekend where you won't be taking any class in Saturday and Sunday. So try to cover up all the things whichever we cover in 1 week. If you want your names to appear in top 25 list, which is going to be declared in the next year for matriculation, top 5 among the top 25. If you want your name to be among the top 25, you need to struggle, and at that time you can laugh, and that time you can put a smile on your face. Otherwise, you won't be able to have a smile. Now just focus a little bit, right? Just focus a little bit, and this is going to make your days. This is going to make your future, especially if you want to go for an educational line, like if you want to be a lecturer, if you want to be a professor. That means your mark which you got in the 10th examination is really going to matters. And if you want to go and attend your higher secondary in other state like New Delhi, or you want to attend in like another place in the mainland Indians, then you need to focus on your 10th during your 10th, so that you will get admission. Because see, cutoff for 92% and 95%, these are cutoff in top higher secondary school. So if you want to attend your 10th examination, year 12, 11th and 12 in the other school, and especially if you so at that the cutoff, you need to meet this. And one of the best school in Cherchampur, and it is also one of the most expensive higher secondary school in Cherchampur, I should say. I think it is Saint Paul Institute there in New Lamka. Their cutoff mostly runs to around 70% for Cbse and 60% for Manipur board. Also in Rayburn, even in Silmut, the cutoff is 60%. So you need to struggle in order to get. And we are not aiming only 60%. If you want to get some kind of sponsor, or if you want to go to school for free, I should say, to have the best college in Cherchampur, I mean in Manipur, like a school there in Little Flower Heritage. I think there is one Heritage School or something like that. Harvard also, it's there, and they are the very good school in Cherchampur, Manipur. Okay, they always have top rankers, and all of these top school in Manipur, they are situated in the Imphal area. And if you score 85% and above, you will be able to get free admission, free tuition fee, and everything free, and you will be able to attend the school there. So in order to get a free 11th with the best school, you need to focus on your percentage. It is very important. Do you know there are very demotivators who said the marks is not important? Yeah, the knowledge is important, But then if you want to have more knowledge, if you want to gain more knowledge, your percentage matters a lot, so you need to focus right now. And moreover, if someone asks you what is your percentage, then if you say 60%, that is a shame, right? But then if you say, wow, my percentage is 90%, then you can have some sense of pride inside you. Your family will be having pride, and if you're in the top 25, you will be getting many appreciation, like you will, and from the government sides, also from many philanthropic organization, you will be getting all these awards, and you are going to make your name. The society is going to keep you above, everyone is going to come to you for help. Yeah, so this is very valuable. So now is the time to suffer. So I want to give you a little bit of motivation tonight before we start the class. That is, whenever you have a class, whenever we try to study, there is some kind of a distraction in you, right? You started practicing maths. You are solving question number 1. Okay, you're solving question number 1, and suddenly when you solve question number 1, one thing came into my mind. Oh, I need to study chemistry. Study chemistry. After that, other came into my mind, and there will be some disturbances. All the things which you doesn't do, all the things which you need to do, or many things will start popping up in your mind once you sit yourself before your table and started to study. So at that time, I want you not to concentrate on anything. When you study or practice maths, don't focus on chemistry. When you study maths, don't think about physics. Even if they came in your mind, do you know? Take a piece of paper and write down all the things which came into my mind. You study maths, and then suddenly chemistry pop up, then take a piece of paper and just write chemistry and say, I will study this afterwards. Continue on, and suddenly your family problems come up, then take a piece of paper, write second family problem, I'll think after my study. Yeah, you can go on study. And after every 60 minutes of your study, just try to take a short break after every 60 minutes, so that you will refresh your mind for approximately of around 10 minutes, that your mind will be able to recycle. And after that, take a good rest, and after you study again. And after we finish the class, every night you can take a very good night's sleep. And during your sleep time, approximately around 8 hours of sleep, at that time your mind will be processing whatever we learn in the class. And in the morning time, you can take out your notebook and you can start reading, revising whatever we did in the class, and you will do your home assignment in the daytime. And I want each and every one of you to spare at least 2 hours for practicing whatever we did, the maths question which we did in the class. Okay, apart from the homeworks you did, apart from all the things which you did, apart from the notes I gave you, apart from the homeworks I gave you, apart from the assignment I gave you, try to spare 2 hours of practice time so that you will be able to master. That is very enough. Out of 24 hours, just try to spare 2 hours, which is approximately around 7%. I am not sure about, I think around 7% of the day. Try to spare only that much for mathematics. I'm sure you will be able to score, and your marks will be a flying color in maths subject. Okay, let's get straight to the chapter, that is chapter exercise 10.2, question number 1. Okay, what is question number 1? Question number 1, in the right triangle ABC, right angle at C. Okay, we are already solved a lot of questions like this. Right angle at C, AC is equal to 3 centimeter, AB is equal to 5 centimeter, and then find the value. Find number 1, sine A, cos A. And what is number 2? The second thing which we need to find. The second thing which we need to find is AB is equal. The second thing which is sine B, cos B. So what does the question tell us? According to the question, in a right triangle ABC, okay, in a right triangle ABC, the right angle is C. Okay, then let me try to solve it here. In a right triangle, look at your book. In a right triangle ABC, right angle is at C, and then these two we can name it AC. AC is 3 centimeter. This is 3 centimeter, and AB is 5 centimeter. Oh, sorry, this should be B. AC is 3 centimeter, and then AB is 5 centimeter. So now, what is the question telling us? The question tells us to find out the value of sine A and cos A. And boy, sine B and cos B. So here, the question is giving us a right angle triangle where right angle is at C and AB is 5 centimeter with AC is 3 centimeter, and we need to find out the value of sine A cos B cos A and sine B cos B. So now we are not given any degree. We are also not given anything like such as cosine or anything like that. We are not given any such thing. So but then we need to find out the value. So how are we going to do? First of all, let's write down all the givens. What are the given? We are given that in the right triangle ABC, angle C is 90 degree, right? Angle C is 90 degree. AB is 5 centimeter, and AC is 3 centimeter. Okay, this is all what we are given, and from the given here we need to find out the value of sine A cos B, sine A cos A, sine B cos B. So here, what are we going to use? We are going to use Pythagoras theorem. So what is Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem, in order to find this, first of all we need to find the value of BC, right? We need to find out the value of BC in order to know sine A, sine B. We are going to find the value of sine A, sine B with the help of the trigonometric ratios, right? For example, like sine A is equal to BC by AB. BC by AB, what sine A? Sine A, opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side by hypotenuse, right? This is sine. We are going to find out sine A with the help of trigonometric ratio, that is opposite side by hypotenuse. But in order to find out that, we need to know the value of the opposite side, right? So first of all, we need to find. So in order to find out this, we need to know all the values of the sides of the triangle. That means we already know the sides of AC, we already know the sides of AB. Now we need to know the sides of BC. So how are we going to find out the sides of BC? We are going to use the trigonometric theorem. I mean Pythagoras theorem. So what is Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem stated that the square of the addition of the two sides is equal to the square of the Pythagoras. That means the square of AC, right, and the square of BC, which are both the sides, these two square, if we plus together, it will be equal to the square of this hypotenuse. So what is the hypotenuse here? The hypotenuse is AB in here. So this hypotenuse square will be equal to AC square plus BC square. That one we need to find it out. Using that formula, we are going to find out AC. So now, by Pythagoras theorem, by PTH, that is Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem is as I said, the Pythagoras square will be equal to the square of the other side, the addition of the square of the other side. So what is the Pythagoras here? The Pythagoras here is AB square, and what is the other side? AC square plus BC square. Okay, this is Pythagoras statement. And after that, we will place their value. We will put the value of each one. That is what is the value of AB? The value of AB is 5, and the value of AB is 5, and 5AB square will be just 5 square. What is AC? AC is 3, so AC square 3 square plus BC square. So now in order to find out BC square, we need to transfer C3 this side, right? 3 this side, and we will keep the alphabet in one side and all the numbers in one side. That is the procedure. So transfer this side. 5 square minus 3 square is equal to BC square. So now that implies, or yeah, let's use equal to, that is equal to, that implies 5 equal to, that is equal to, let's use equal to. 5 square is 25 minus 3 3s are 9. 5 square is 25, 3 square is 9, and minus is equal to BC square, right? So 25 minus 9. What is 25 minus 9? 25 minus 9 is 16. That is equal to BC square. Now we know the value of BC square, that is 16. But here we are not trying to find the value of BC square. We want to know the value of BC. I repeat, here we want to find the value of BC and not BC square. So how are we going to find the value of BC? We need to transfer this square this side. And then if we transfer the square this side, it will turn into BC. So here this is BC and this is BC square. In order for us to find BC, see, if we cut off the square, then it will just turn into BC, right? But then we cannot do like that. So in order to turn this BC, we need to send the square away. So where will we send? We will send in the opposite side. So if we send the square into the opposite side, then this square will turn into root. That is root 16. That is equal to BC. Okay, now now we are going to find the square root of 16. Now how are we going to find the root of 16? 16, what square root of 16? Like 2 into 2 is 4, 3 into 3 is 9, and 4 into 4 is, what is the answer? 16. So instead of root 16, we will write root 16 4 square, because 4 into 4 is equal to 16. That is equal to 4 square, right? So we are just going to write 4 square instead of 16, because 4 into 4 is 4 square. So now that is equal to BC. And now what can we do? We can cut square and we can cut the root, because this is square root. If this is cube root, then we cannot cut. But then this root is square root and this is square, so we can just cut these two. And now BC become 4. So now we know the value of BC. Now what are we, now as we know the value of BC, now we know the value of BC. So what are we going to do next? As we know the value of BC, now we are going to solve it. As we know the value of BC, first of all, let's just all write down. Therefore, BC is equal to 4 centimeter. Okay, now what does the question tell us to find out? The first question is, it tells us to find out sine A and cos A. The question tells us to find out sine A and cos A. So now, number 1, we will find out sine A is equal to, okay, we will find out like this. So what is the formula of sine A? First, we have many formula. In this formula, in this form, we are going to use the trigonometric ratio. We are going to use trigonometric ratio. Remember, we are going to use trigonometric ratio. So according to the trigonometric ratio, what is sine A? Sine A is opposite side by hypotenuse. Let's just write it the full form when you write it in the exam. So in the triangle ABC, what is the opposite side? Tell me, what is the opposite side of A? As it is sine A, we are going to find the sides in respect to angle A. Okay, if it is sine B, then we are going to find out the ratio in respect to sine B. But then as this is sine A, we are going to find the ratio with respect to angle A. Okay, now What is the opposite side of angle A? The opposite side of angle A is BC. And what is the opposite side of hypotenuse? The opposite side of hypotenuse is AB. That is AB. And now we are going to put the value. What is BC? BC is 4. And what is AB? As we know from the question, AB is 5. And the answer is 4 by 5. Just leave it like that. Don't solve it further. In trigonometry, see, if you solve this and if you write like 0 point something like that, 0.2 or whatsoever, the answer is going to be wrong. In trigonometry, we don't like decimals. Okay, remember that. Keep that in your mind. And this is the correct answer. Now we already find out sine A, and now we are going to find out cos A. Now we need to find out the value of cos A. What is cos A? What is the formula of cos A? Cos A will be adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side by hypotenuse. So what is adjacent side? Adjacent side with respect to angle A. Angle A adjacent side with respect to angle A is AC. And what is the hypotenuse? The hypotenuse is AB. AB. So now we are going to place the value. We are going to place the value. That is, what is the value of AC? The value of AC is 3. And what is the value of AB? The value of AB is 5. That means the answer will be 3 by 5. That is sine A cos A is equal to 4 by 5, 3 by 5. This is very not necessary. If you want, you can write this one. If you want, you can write it. If you want, you cannot write. If you want, you can leave it like this without writing. So now we already find out Roman number 1. And what is Roman number 2? What is Roman number 2? Roman number 2 is sine B cos B. Now we are going to find sine B cos B. We are going to use the same formula again. This is the triangle ABC, right angle at C. So now we are going to find out with respect to angle B. Okay, now we have sine B is equal to, we are going to use the formula of sine B. That sine formula is opposite side by hypotenuse. Now we are going to find the opposite side of the opposite side. What is going to be the opposite side with respect to angle A? With respect to angle B, I should say. So now the opposite side becomes AC. And what is the opposite side become AC, and what is the value of AC? The value of AC is 3. And then the hypotenuse always remain the same, that is the longest side, this one, that becomes AB. And we have AB. What is the value of AB? This one, write it AC. We'll make it a little bit longer. And then what is the value of AC? It is 3. What is the value of AB? It is 5. So we have 3 by 5. Now the second one is cos B. What is the formula of cos B? The formula of cos B is adjacent side by, what is adjacent side by hypotenuse. So with respect to angle B, what is the adjacent side? The adjacent side is the angle just next to that, the adjacent angle, like this one is the adjacent side. This one cannot be the adjacent side because this is going to be the hypotenuse, and just angle just opposite to this is this is the opposite side, and this one become the adjacent side. So what is the adjacent side? The adjacent side become BC, and the hypotenuse remains the same, that is AB. That is BC by AB. And now what is the value of BC? The value of BC is 4, as it is given in the question, right? The value of BC is 4. And what is the value of AB? The value of AB becomes 5, and the answer is 3 by 4. And the value of sine B becomes 3 by 5, and the value of cos B become 4 by 5. And this is the answer of question number 1. Okay, let's go to the next question, that is question number 2. As we are very limited with time, okay, let me say I will not solve question number 2, but then I will explain for you how you will solve it. Okay, let me write question number 2. Question number 2: in a right triangle DEF, right angle at E. DF is equal to 13 centimeter. DF equal to 13 centimeter, and then DE is equal to 12 centimeter. Then find number 1. Then D minus cot F, that is number 1. Then D minus cot F, and number 2 is 10D minus cot D. Okay, now this is the question. In a right triangle DEF, right angle at E, so we have a right triangle that is DEF, and we will have the right angle at E, that is, this is a right triangle and it is DEF, and the right angle is at E, and this one will be D and F. So this is a right triangle DEF. So at this right triangle DEF, DF is 13 centimeter. This is 13 centimeter, and then DE, this is DE, it is 12 centimeter. So now we have this. Now we are going to find out the value of number 1, that is 10D minus cot F, and also we have 10D minus cot D. We have these two. We are going to find out the value of these two. So now for 10D, how are we going to find out 10D? How are we going to find out cot F? How are we going to find out 10D? How are we going to find out cot D? Now, what is 10D? What is 10D? What is the formula of 10D? What is the formula of 10? Find out the formula of 10 in the angles. It is opposite side by hypotenuse or hypotenuse by whatever. Find out that with respect to angle D, you find out the value and you place it. And even in cot F, just try to find out the ratio, the trigonometric ratio of cot with respect, and after that put the value with the ratio with respect to angle F. Okay, then even here, then after you find out both the value, you minus this two, and that is going to be the answer. Okay, likewise, even in 10D, try to find out the trigonometric ratio of 10 with respect to angle D, and also find the trigonometric ratio of cot D with respect to angle D. And after you find out the answer, you minus this two, you subtract this two value, and you will get the answer. And I will tell you the answer right now. The answer for number 1 is 0. Okay, this is the right answer for number 1. That is 10D minus cot F. The answer will be 0. And then for number 2, that is 10D minus cot D, the answer is going to be minus 119 by 60. Minus 119 by 60 is going to be your answer. So try this and solve this. This is going to be your home assignment. Okay. Okay, now let me go on to the next, that is question number 3. I will try to solve as much question as possible. Question number 3, question number 4, question number 5, number 6. We have a lot of question. I think it is very heavy, this chapter question, unlike exercise 10.1. So okay, now question number 3, I will try to solve as quick as possible from now onward. I will try to make my explanation a little bit brief from now onwards, because we are going to take too long. If cos 3 by 5, if cos A is equal to 3 by 5, calculate sin A and then A. So now what is the question? If cos A is 3 by 5, okay? If cos A is 3 by 5, then you find out the value of sin A and then A. That is our question. So now, like now before, the question used to tell us this is a right triangle and the right angle is that, it tells us, but now it doesn't tell us. So now we are going to make up our own. So solution, let us first make a triangle. As it say A, so of course A need to be there, and we can compose this two. let's say right B here and like side C here. So we are going to write a given. We draw a right triangle ABC. Okay, right angle at B. So we know what are we given. We are also given that what is the given. We know that cos A is equal to AB by AC. We also know that cos A is equal to AB by AC. That cos A is equal to AB by AC. Why? What is AB? AB, this one, cos A. Cos A opposite side, adjacent side is AB, and cos A hypotenuse is AC. Because we are using the formula adjacent side by hypotenuse. We are using this formula adjacent side by hypotenuse formula we are using. Because of that, adjacent side is AB and hypotenuse is AC. So cos A is equal to AB and AC. We are finding the adjacent side and the hypotenuse with respect to angle A because it's a cos A. So no need to write this. So now, what is AB and what is AC? We already know that cos A is equal to 3 by 5. So that one will be equal to 3 by 5. That means AB will be equal to 3 and AC will be equal to 5. So we already find out the value of the true value. So now we know only one. We doesn't know only one thing, that is angle BC. So we need to find out the value of BC. Okay, so we are going to use Pythagoras theorem. We are going to use Pythagoras theorem. Okay, let us start. Let me change my book. Okay, because so now, by Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem is the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the addition of the other two sides. What is the hypotenuse? See, this is our triangle. Okay, this is our triangle. That is angle B here, angle AC. So now what is the hypotenuse? The hypotenuse is AC. That is AC square will be equal to the addition of the other two sides. That is AB square plus BC square. And that implies, what is the value of AC? The value of AC is 5. The value of AC is 5, as we already find out here. The value, we say that cos A is equal to AB by AC, and we already know from the question that cos A is equal to 3 by 5. So as cos A is equal to AB by AC, then it will be 3 by 5. So AB is 3, AC is 5. So now 5, that is 5 square, right? This is 5 square. It is 5 square. And what is the value of AB? This is 3 square plus BC whole square. We can keep it like that. And then we can transfer this side. 5 square minus 3 square is equal to BC square. Now what is 5 square minus 3 square is equal to BC square? What is 5 square? 5 square is 25 minus 9, that is equal to BC whole square. And 25 minus 9 is, as we know, it is 16, that is equal to BC square. And we can transfer the square this side, then 16 is equal to BC. That implies this one, as we transfer the square this side, it will turn into root. And what is 16? We need to find the square of 16, that is 4 square. And you can cut this square and this square, then we have BC, and that implies BC is equal to 4. Okay, that implies BC is equal to 4. Now we already know the value of BC. Now what does the question tell us to find out? The question, just look at the question. The question say calculate. Look at the question. Okay, I'll give you some time to look at the question in your textbook. Okay, you finish looking the question. Okay, after you finish looking the question, then we are going to find out the value of sine A and tan A. So first, let's try to find out the value of sine A. Let us try to find out the value of sine A. Sine A. What is sine A? Sine A. Before we define sine A, let's try to find out the trigonometric ratio, the ratio of sine. That is, sine is opposite side by hypotenuse. This is your triangle. This is your triangle, and your triangle is, there is BAC here. What is opposite side? This is angle A, so we are going to find the opposite side with respect to angle A. So what is the opposite side? It is BC. So BC, and after that hypotenuse. What is the hypotenuse? The hypotenuse is AC. That is AC. Now what is the value of AC? The value of AC is 4. What is the value of BC is 4. What is the value of AC? As we find out before, it is 5. So this is the answer, sine A. And 10A. What is the trigonometric formula of 10? What is the trigonometric ratio of 10? Just think a little bit. It is opposite side by adjacent side. This is 10A, the trigonometric ratio. So we are going to find out the opposite side by adjacent side with respect to angle A. Okay, so this is angle A. What is the opposite side of angle A? The opposite side of angle A, that is the opposite side of angle A, that is BC, and that is, we are going to write BC. And after that, what is the adjacent side of angle A? That is AB. That is equal to AB. And what is the value of BC? The value of BC is 4. What is the value of AB? The value of AB is 3. Now this is the answer, and therefore we can write sine A is equal to 4 by 5 and 10A is equal to 4 by 3. These are the answer which we find out in question number 2, and we finish the question. And this is question number 3, and question number 4 will be your homework. So how many homework we have till now? Your homework are question number 2 and question number 4 till now. Okay, we will be going on with the question with more question. Okay, then question number 5 also will be your homework. And now I will be going with question number 6 also. It will be your homework. Question number 2, question number 4, question number 5, and question number 6 are all your homework. I'll be going with question number 7. It is very tough question, a little bit tough question for you all. A little bit tough, not that tough. It is very easy. Of course, it's a very simple question, but then I think it will be a little bit tough for you. So here we are going to do question number 7, and before that, in order to know question number 7, you need to know the formula of dividendo. I don't know whether you already did this in class 9 or you doesn't touch yet in class 9. I am not sure about that. So let's say you doesn't do it yet, so I am going to solve with you and explain for you what are dividendo and what are componendo. Number 1, in order to solve question number 7, we are going to use two formula which I think you will never come across. That is componendo, C-O-M-P-O-N-E-N-D-O, componendo, and number 2 is dividendo. These two questions you are going to solve, and these two questions are going to come in your exam. They are very important. Okay, they are very important. So let us learn about dividendo, let us learn about componendo, and after that let's come back to question number 7. Because if I am just going to teach you what, like applying like that, then you will be confused. So I'm going to teach you what is componendo and what is dividendo. What is a componendo? What is a dividendo? Okay, now let's solve it. Okay, let's solve it. Let's solve what are componendo and what is a dividendo. And in order to solve that, we must know something. What is a dividendo and what is a componendo, and all those things we need to know first. So now we are going to solve it. Let's say we have a true ratio. We say A, B, we also have C, D. Okay, I'm not going to solve it a theorem for you because the theorem of componendo and dividendo will not come in your exam. It is just a simple formula which we need to apply in class 10. So I'll be solving it for you, very simple. Just copy it down in your notebook. Okay, so that you will know the formula, only for you to grab the formula, because like stat componendo, stat dividend, all those things will not be coming. So we have A and B, and we also have C by D, and these two, C is to B, okay, this is one ratio, and C is to D, this is one ratio, and these two, C is to B is to C is to D. Okay, that means we can write A by B is equal to C by D. Okay, and if we are going to apply componendo here, we will add 1 in each. A, B plus 1 will still be equal to C by D plus 1. Okay, this is what we call componendo. Componendo means that we have these two. We have A by B, and we also have C by D. And if these two are equal, then if we add 1 to each, then they will still be equal. The value will still be equal. Okay, let's add 1 to each, and what are we getting? A by B. Okay, the LCM will be B, and if the LCM is B, 1 is to B is to B, right? 1 into B is B, so B into 1 is B. Then we have this, and D, C, D. How many times are D? How many times are D? I mean D 1 times are D, so D 1 into C is C, plus 1. How many times are D? 1 into D times are D, so this D and this one we will multiply, and D1 is D, so we have this. And let's say this one is number 1, and this is componendo. And what is dividendo? And also dividendo is that we have A by B, and we also have C by D. They are still the same. Okay, they are the same one. They are the same one. They are equal. And if we minus 1 from it, they are still the same. That is dividendo. For componendo, if we plus 1, they are still the same. Dividendo, if we minus 1, they are still the same. So we'll take B LCM, then B into 1 is A, and 1 into B is B, minus B is equal to C minus D by D. This is the answer number 2. Okay, we have 1 and we also have 2. And now now we already know this is componendo and this is dividendo. But then what we are going to use in question number 7 is componendo dividendo. Yeah, not componendo, not dividendo. We are going to use componendo and dividendo together. So what is the formula for that? The formula for that is then now solving 1 and 2. Now what is 1? What is 1? 1 is A plus B by B. A plus B by B, this is equal to C plus D by D. C plus D by D. Okay, now here what is true? True is A minus B. Okay, A minus B. A minus B is equal to C minus D by A minus B by B is equal to C minus D by D. Okay, this one is the first one. So A minus B by B, we will divide A plus B by B by A minus B by B, because we are solving A and B. And also this C plus D by D we will be dividing with C minus D by D. We will be dividing C minus D by D. This is the answer. So now we can cut these two, right? B and B. We can also cut these two, D and D. So now what do we get? What we get is A plus B by A minus B, that is equal to C plus D by C minus D. This is dividendo. Now you will need to know this. Okay, we need to know this. This is dividendo. This is dividendo. So now, for example, we are given two things, that is A, B. We are given A, B, different thing, and C, D, different thing. And if they say these are equal, if these two are equal, and they say use componendo dividendo. Okay, if they say use componendo and dividendo, then we will just write A plus B. Okay, and this two is equal to this one and this one, as they say. So we will write A by B minus B minus B minus D is equal to C by D. What is the denominator? The denominator D minus D plus d. This is dividendo componendo. So we are going to use this formula in question number 7. For example, this a can be sine also, this a can be cos, and if this is sine and if this is cos, this is just an example, and b will be cos and this one will be cos again. So sine cos, sine by cos, plus cos minus cos, and if this one is cot and this one is 10, then minus 10 plus 10. Then we are going to apply the formula likewise. Okay, now let's get into the question. That is question number 7. Okay, what is question number 7? Question number 7 is if 10 theta is equal to a by b. Okay, if 10 theta is equal to 10 by b, 10 by a by b, then so that a sine theta minus b cos theta is equal to a square minus b square by a square plus b square. This also a square theta minus b square theta by a sine theta minus b cos theta. Okay, this is the question. It is a very interesting question. This is very interesting. The question is very interesting. It is very easy. We are going to solve it just with 4 steps. I'm just going to use only 4 steps. Then I'm going to finish the question, because if this come in the examination, it will not come for high marks. Okay, so if it is not going to come for high marks, making a very long answer is not correct. We are going to make it as simple and short as possible. I already explained you what is componendo and what is dividendo. We are going to use that. So now, what are we given? Solution. Here we have 10 theta is equal to a by b. Okay, this is what we got. 10 theta is equal to a by b. This is given. The only thing which is given in the question. Okay, and we also this is what is given in the question. 10 theta is equal to a by b. They give us this, and we need to show that a sine theta minus b cos theta, a sine theta plus b cos theta is equal to a square minus b square, a square plus b square. We need to find out this one. So first of all, in order to find out this, we need to know what is 10 theta. What is 10 theta? Last time I gave you one formula. Please look back that formula. Please look back. Just recall it. Just think back a bit. The formula name is quotient relation. Okay, just think back. I'll give you a little bit while. What is quotient relation? So in quotient relation, we have one formula here. I'm going to show you here. Wait, okay. This formula, this formula, that is 10 theta is equal to sine theta by cos theta. This is called quotient relation. 10 sine cos. Okay, this is quotient relation. Learn this. We are going to use this quotient relationship here. So in order to find out the value of 10 theta is equal to a by b, we are given that 10 theta is equal to a by b, and we should prove that a sine theta minus b cos theta by a sine theta plus b cos theta is equal to a square minus b square divided by a square plus b. To find out this, we must know the value of a and b. So now we must know the value of 10 theta. Now from the given 10 theta, as we know, it is sine theta. Also 10 theta is equal to sine theta by cos theta. Then so sine theta by cos theta. Okay, 10 theta is equal to sine theta by cos theta. So as 10 theta is equal to sine theta by cos theta, we are going to use sine theta by cos theta in place of 10. And what is the value of 10? The value of 10 is a by b. And this one, we are going to multiply both sides by a and b. So you will ask me, sir, okay, hey you, how can how can we multiply how can we multiply both sides by a and b? The answer will become different. No, I will tell you something. 1 is equal to 1. If 1 is equal to 1, 1 square will still be equal to 1 square. If 2 is equal to 2, then 2 square will also still be equal to 2 square, right? If 3 square is equal to 3 square, then 3 cube will also be equal to 3 cube, right? Are you sure? Did you understand? Likewise here, in the equation C here, we have square, we also have square, we also have square here, we also have square here. So we need to get square from somewhere else, right? So in order to get square from somewhere else, we will multiply both sides by multiplying 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 both sides by a by b. We are going to multiply by both sides by a by b. Why are we multiplying both sides by a by b? In order to get square here, okay? In order to get square, because here we have square and square will not come out from nowhere. So we need to multiply by a and b. And if you say this is the wrong procedure, I'm going to tell you it is still the same. See, the answer cannot change. 2 square is equal to 2 square. If 2 is equal to 2, 2 is equal to 2, then 2 square will still be equal to 2. Likewise, we are multiplying these two by both sides by a by b. That means if we multiply a sine theta cos square theta by a by b, then we will have a sine theta by b cos theta. That means a by b, if we multiply by a by b, then a and a will become a square and b will become b square. Okay, if you don't understand that step, let me just explain and elaborate for you a little bit. Don't include this in the answer, okay? It's just an explanation. A sine theta by b cos theta. This is just an explanation for those who don't understand. Okay, this is what we got, right? So if we multiply both sides by a by b, then we have a sine theta by b cos theta. We multiply it by a and b, and this one also we multiply it by a and b. Okay, if we multiply a sine theta by a, then we get okay, wait, this sign is not included. This is not included. Okay, if we multiply sine theta by cos theta is equal to a by b. If we multiply a sine theta by cos theta with a by b, then it becomes sine theta by cos theta into a into by b, and a by b into a by b. Then it becomes, if we multiply this one here, then a sine theta, and cos theta, if we multiply with b, then it becomes b cos theta, and a into a become a square and b into b become b square. That is how we get the answer. So now we already get this one. A by sine theta by b cos theta is equal to a square by b theta. Now the last step, the most important step, very important step we are going to do now. So now, after multiplying, we have a sine theta b cos theta, and that is a square by b square. This is what we got after multiplying by a by b. Now we are going to use dividendo and componendo. What is the formula of dividendo and componendo? The formula of dividendo and componendo is a by a, okay, minus plus minus, okay, a by a, then b, and that is equal to cd, okay, plus minus dd. This is the formula for componendo dividendo. And now we will consider this one as a, and we will consider this one as b, and this one as c, and this one is d. And now we are just going to find out the last answer using this formula, using dividendo and componendo. So now let's write it. What is a plus b? We are going to write this is a, right? A is a sine theta plus b, plus what is b? B is b cos theta, and then we are going to a minus b, that is a is a sine theta minus b cos theta. Okay, that is equal to, what is c? C is a square and d is b square, and we are going to use a c plus d. C, this one should be c, c minus d. So that is equal to c is a square plus d, that is b square, and c minus d, c is a square minus b square. Now we are getting this form with answer. So the required, this is not the required answer, because in the required answer we must get, it should be minus here and it should be plus here, and it should be minus here and it should be plus here. So in order to get, so this is not the right answer. So we need to change the multiplication sign. So in order to get the right answer here, we need to use one formula, that is, we will send the numerator, the denominator we will send upside and become the numerator, and then the numerator we will send downside and it will become the denominator, and then we have this numerator will send downside and it will become a sine theta plus b cos theta, and this denominator will come upside and become the numerator, and then a sine theta minus b cos theta. Okay, that is equal to this one, the numerator will come downside and it become a square plus b square, and this denominator will come upside and it is a square minus b square. And now this is the required answer. And lastly, I want to clarify one thing. When we say that we will change the numerator and the denominator, sir, will this be correct? Or, oh hello, how is this correct, you might ask me. I'll tell you this here. This is true, this is minus 2, okay, and that one will still be equal to minus 2 by 2, okay, because they are of the same value. They are of the same value, because when we cut, this one will still become minus 1 and this one when we cut will still become minus 1. Likewise, see, they are the same, they are the same. They are the same, they are the same. They are only sign difference. So we can send the numerator up, the denominator, the denominator up, the numerator down, and here also we will send the denominator down, the numerator down, and the denominator up. Then we will get the required answer, and this is the answer of question number 7. Okay, tomorrow we will do question number 8. Okay, have a nice day.